Hello and welcome to Christchurch Chorleywood. I'm Sylvia Mann and it's great to be with you again. The verse we're focusing on today comes from Luke's Gospel, chapter 19, and it's verse 40. Jesus said, "If they kept quiet, the stones would do it for them, shouting praise." Sounds a bit complicated, doesn't it? Let's come back to it shortly. Last Sunday was Palm Sunday, and the passage this verse comes from, I guess, would have been read and preached upon in every church, chapel and Christian community across the UK and around the world. Luke 19 verses 28 to 47 is also recorded in the other three Gospels and is the story of the triumphal entry of Jesus into Jerusalem, riding on a donkey, a young colt to be precise. The rapturous response of the crowds who days later would be shouting, "Crucify him." The stern rebukes of the Pharisees and Jesus' reaction when he clears the temple and says, "My house is a house of prayer, but you have turned it into a den of thieves." A reference from both the prophet Isaiah and also Jeremiah. So let's look at the verses just before verse 40, and I'm reading from verse 37 of the Message Bible. Right at the crest, where the Mount of Olives begins its descent, the whole crowd of disciples burst into enthusiastic praise over all the mighty works they had witnessed. "Blessed is he who comes, the King in God's name. All's well in heaven, glory in the high places." Some Pharisees from the crowd told Jesus, "Teacher, get your disciples under control." But Jesus said, if they kept quiet, the stones would do it for them, shouting in praise. Announcing that he was indeed the Messiah, Jesus chose a time when all Israel would have gathered in Jerusalem. The city would be heaving with people. A PR professional would have applauded his timing. He was, however, fulfilling the prophecy of Zechariah in chapter 9, verse 9. "See, your king comes to you, righteous and having salvation, gentle and riding on a donkey, or a colt, the foal of a donkey." Those who were praising God for giving them a king had expected him to be a national leader who would overcome the rule of Rome and return Israel to its former glory. Heedless to the words of the prophet and having no real understanding of Jesus' mission, their hopes and expectations would be dashed, and many would turn against Jesus. Then those inevitable bad pennies, the Pharisees, have to poke their oar in. They didn't want anyone challenging their power and authority, and they certainly didn't want people to revolt, because they would bring the Roman army on the scene. They knew that they were powerless to stop the excitement of the people, and so they turned to Jesus. In his response, did he really mean that the stones would literally start praising the Lord? I think this is more of a proverbial statement, indicating that it was more likely that something impossible would happen rather than the King of Kings would enter Jerusalem without honour and praise. He was not creating a political, earthly kingdom, but God's eternal kingdom, a reason for the greatest celebration of all. So this Easter, let's not give the stones a chance and celebrate, not quietly, but loudly, with thanks and joy for all that Jesus did for us through his death on the cross, and continues to do for us through the comfort and strength of the Holy Spirit. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of your Son, Jesus. Help us to celebrate, even when we may be downhearted, tired, or weary, with joy and thankfulness to our Lord Jesus. Remind us that the sacrifice of Good Friday enables us to be Easter people. Amen. I hope you will enjoy this upbeat version by Keith and Kristyn Getty of Lift High the Name of Jesus. Take care and have a blessed Easter.